pack battle tournament. Let's get into it. So we had so much fun with our last episode where we did a pack battle between Azure at Sea and Shimmering Skies. And if you haven't seen that video, go check that video out. I'll throw it in the description. But we decided to kind of build it into like a mini tournament where now this episode we have 2 more sets. They're going to battle it out and the winner will go on to face the winner of our last battle. And we're going to do that on Thursday. So if you want to know who won the last episode and kind of want to know who's in the finals, go check out the last video. And then we'll see who wins this video, and we're gonna bring those 2 together in the finals, and it should make for an epic showdown. So here we go. We got 10 packs of Rise of the Floodborn and Ursula's Return, and we are gonna get right into it. I'm actually gonna start with Rise of the Floodborn. And you might think that that's surprising, where it's like, man, like why wouldn't you start with Ursula's Return, kind of work your way backwards? Because like the last set, I mean, like you kind of figure the older the set, the more likely like that it is that might have like more banging cards in it, stuff like that. So you figure like you might have a chance. Ooh, Super Basil, that's a cool card. Into Raya and Merlin. You might think like, oh, well, Floodborn kind of has the advantage. I actually kind of think Ursula's Return has the advantage. I would be very interested. Y'all let me know in the comments what you think. But I would be very interested to hear who you think like would have the better chance of winning. I will explain when I get to Ursula's Return who I think has like why I think Ursula's Return like has the better shot over Rise of the Floodborn. But what I will call out with Rise of the Floodborn, Pete into Miss Judson, into Baloo. What I will call out with Rise of the Floodborn is the big, like, obviously, like, look, it would be great if we could find, like, you know, it would be great if we could find, like, an Enchanted or something like that, but, like, realistic. Like, let's be realistic here. Like, because obviously, like, look, if one of the 2 sets hits an Enchanted, I mean, that's probably just a W, right? So let's talk about like what it would take to kind of manufacture a win if you weren't pulling an Enchanted. So with Floodborn, realistically, I think the card we're looking for, Cinderella, there we go. The card we're looking for is probably Sad Beast. Like that's, I mean, last I checked, it's like, I don't know, like $25 card still. Like it's still a good card, still heavily played in Steel, like kind of the card in Steel. I mean, I don't want to get too deep into the meta, because as you know, that's not, you know, fully my jam. I know just enough to be deadly, but also not quite enough to be like, you know, saying any more than kind of a few like basic things. But I do think Sad Beast is probably the card we're looking for. And then from there, what is the went into Jafar. I didn't even realize that was the cold foil. Then from there, it's gosh, that is so bad. It's like on the tip of my tongue. It's like Raging Fire or something like that. I know that that card is still worth like, I know that that card is still worth, I don't know, somewhere in the $5 to $10 range. That would be a pretty good card. But anyway, that's probably what we're looking for. And so far, as I've been calling this out, we haven't really seen any of those yet. So we got to get cracking here for Rise of the Floodborn. Also, as I'm kind of just chopping through packs here, I will call out that that's big. That's big. I mean, that's, oh man, that is a high bar set right there. Snow White, that's a high bar, man. Oh boy, totally forgot my train of thought. I'll get it back, but man, oh my gosh. Okay, so here I'll just say it now. I'll just say it now because it's like it's relevant right now. I was kind of thinking like with Floodborn, there aren't a lot of cards with Floodborn. Don't get me wrong, like if you pull a top end card like an Enchanted or something like that, like Cinderella is just like game over, right? You know what I mean? But like at the same, sheesh. I mean, I mean, so it was Raging Fire. That's strength of a Raging Fire. Those I'm pretty sure are the 2 best cards that aren't Enchanted. I'm pretty sure. Someone let me know in the comments. I could be wrong. If I am wrong, please be gentle with me. But I the last I looked, I'll be honest, I haven't looked at Floodborn maybe like a week. It's been a minute. Like it's for sure been a minute. So something could have changed. But man, like I do know for a fact that like that's what you're looking for, and especially as a cold foil for Raging Fire. I'm gonna just assume that if you're trying to bling the deck, I'm gonna. Man, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I doubt that. I mean, this is probably only a buck or 2, but like, still, like, we're just padding the stats now. Like at this point, we're throwing sprinkles on the cake. You know, extra icing. Like, this is just. I mean, this is this is a run right now. I mean, we are lighting it up right now. Man, I'll tell you what, these I got, like, you know, and I've said this last few episodes that I have a lot of loose packs from like the holidays and stuff like that. These packs have been amazing. Like, I mean, it's been fun, man. I mean, oh, double pull. But it's been, the packs have been really fun. I mean, obviously it'd be, you know, I'm gonna sound super greedy here. It would be like super fun to like pull an enchanted out of one of these packs, but like this has been a ton of fun. I mean, like there has been really good value in these packs, and like I'm pretty sure. Just trying to think here, and I also don't want to spoil anything if you haven't seen the last episode, if you do kind of want to watch the tournament unfold a little bit, but we have pulled high-end cards for sure. Like we've definitely we've dialed in some good rips. So I mean, we like to see that. I mean, I'm very happy about that. All right, we're getting into the last pack of Rise of the Floodborn, and there really doesn't need to be anything in this pack because they have done work. So no matter what this pack is, Ursula's Return will have work to do. But let's see what's going on in here. We've got I'm Stuck, into Tigger, Magic Broom, Yzma, Cruella, that's a back-to-back combo. We have Bashful, Shere Khan, Weight Set, and the Most Diabolical Scheme. So that is scale of 1 to 10. That bar is like 8.5, 9. That's a pretty big bar. I mean, like, realistically, I think an Enchanted's like the only thing that's gonna help us top out, like in peak. So Ursula's Return, moving on there to UR, and we have some serious work to do, like big time work to do. So let's talk about why I thought at first that Ursula's Return had the advantage, and who knows, could still work. It could still work out. We'll see. But my thought was like, what's a like top end? Like you have the Enchanteds. I am always like, I'm always cautiously optimistic. So I'm thinking to myself like, we're probably not going to pull an Enchanted as much as I'd love that. And y'all know like I'm working as hard as I can over here so we can see that kind of fire pulled on the channel. But I mean, realistically, like what's a realistic pull? And that would be like a high-end legendary, right? Or like a high-end card that's not an Enchanted, right? So like, what do we have for options there? And this guy right here, Sisu, not that exact Sisu, wrong artwork, but Sisu Empowered Sibling, I know is still crushing it in Ruby sets. And then, what's the other one? Diablo. The Emerald Diablo, that's been a banging card since day one in the set. Those two cards are two very high-end cards. So like we have kind of twice the chance to pull something like that as opposed to Rise of the Floodborn, where you really only had Sad Beast, but like we literally got the double banger that we needed from Rise of Floodborn. Right? Like we got Beast, and then we even just Sad Beast sets a really high bar, but then you get Raging Fire Cold Foil. Like I have no idea what that card's going to be worth, but I guarantee you it is going to be decent because it is a heavily played card and people like bling in their decks. So whatever is in there, it's going to be pretty. Double Aerial, double Super, double Aerial, that was sick. That card is like, I don't want to sound too crazy here because I always estimate, like I'll always like throw a dart. I'll always be like, that card's like $10. Then it ends up being 6 and I just get roasted in the comments, and that's okay. Well, you know, and it's all good. It's totally fine. But that's where it's like, you know, just don't be overly hyped. Just put out a really solid, safe like range of a number. And so I would say that Raging Fire card, if I'm correct in thinking that it's, you know, a $5 to $7 like normal, it's got to be like a $10, you know, ooh, love the art. It's got to be like a $10 cold foil, right? I mean, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see. Super Maribel into, oh, there we go. We love Pegasus. We love Pegasus, but probably not going to help us with what we're looking to do here. But anyway, so with Ursula's Return, on paper going in, we had like twice the opportunity to pull that sort of big time card that could get us like off and running, like from a 2-to-1 ratio standpoint. And then I think we get into a bunch of like $5 cards, stuff like that. I think like Yen Sid is still a decent card. To tell you the truth, I probably can't give you much else beyond that. I mean, I'm sure there's still some like $3 to $5 in there, like some decent ones, but that's kind of where we're at. You know, that's like kind of it. So like at this point here, like we need to for sure see Sisu or Diablo. We have to see one or the two. And then we probably need another little sprinkling of something. And that needs to happen pretty soon here because it's Mulan. Mulan's a cold foil. I could have swore I saw 2 rares there, but I don't know. Whatever. Wasn't what we needed. So yeah, we have a handful of packs left and we better start seeing, like we need to basically hit like a 2-step process here, and we need to at least get step 1 pretty quick here. Otherwise, Rise of the Floodborn will be moving on to the finals on Thursday. All right, let's see. We got Sisu. We're close. Aurora into Stitch. What else could really help is like what else could potentially take us to where maybe we only need like a step 1 of the process, and I have no idea. I'm just spitballing here. I'm just trying to give Ursula's Return some hope here. We could yank out like a Sisu cold foil. That like I don't know. Like I don't know if that would be enough to do it, to be honest with you. Like I'm envisioning we need about, again, I could be way off here. I'm just in my mind, I'm thinking we probably need about $35 of value here from this set if we're gonna, ooh, that's just really cool. That's just really cool. I mean, obviously it will never be like highest value, like highest rarity, you know, because of the D23 card, but like that's still sweet. That was a cool cold foil. We got 2 packs left, and at this point, I mean, that's kind of where we're at. I think regardless, we need that cold foil. We need that big time legendary cold foil. Let's see if Ursula's Return can do it and pull out the W, but regardless, we're just looking for excuses to rip packs, man. It's always a good time. All right, Ariel into Casa Madrigal. That's not what we need. It's not what we need. It's not the card. All right, last pack of the opening. Can we pull some magic? Can we pull the legendary cold foil? Can we go enchanted for the W? We'll see what happens. If you're digging the tournament vibes, if you're digging the openings, if you want to subscribe to the channel, I would love that. I mean, of course I would. I would much appreciate that. Would love to have you along. If you want to like the video, that would be amazing. I would be grateful for that. Or if you just want to kind of hang out and lurk, that's cool too. That's cool too. We want you around no matter what. That's for sure. We're into Beast. We're into Triton. Let's dial in here. We got Mob Song. We got LeFou. We got Elsa. Last card. Here it is. We need a banging miracle. Can we pull it out? We cannot. And with that, Rise of the Floodborn will move on to the finals on Thursday to see if he can take home the title. All right, y'all, that's gonna do it for today's episode. If you enjoyed today's content, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to check out last episode to see what our final is gonna look like on Thursday. And also be sure to go hit us up in Discord. Keep the conversation going in there. We love chopping it up with all you in there. And until next time, we're eternally grateful for you all, and we'll see y'all on the other side. Peace out.